No, you just don't get it. I am not your little food slut.
But I love you.
No, you just love my blood.
But I need you.
Adios, Mr. Eddie.
But please.
Adios.
Aha! I see you.
What? Who's there?
Gotcha!
You dampened me. Remove that blinding light from my eyes.
Oh my god, an actual vampire.
Leave me alone. Free me from this loathsome trap, you insipid creature, and get rid of that god-awful light.
Don't leave, I just want to talk.
With a vulgar beast such as I?
Of course, silly. Otherwise, why would I have trapped you?
Well...
I have so many questions. What's your name? When were you turned? How old are you? When were you born? What's your favorite color? Human or animal blood?
Slow down, love. You haven't even given me your name.
Oh, I'm Stacy. What's your name?
I am Edward Atticus Charles Montgomery Adams III.
I'll just call you Eddie.
I'd rather you use the more formal form of address.
I can already see you're going to be the one to turn me, and we're going to be best friends. And...
Calm yourself, darling. Let's not start down that path, shall we? First, tell me how you found me.
I go vampire hunting every night. And tonight, I was just walking down the street, and I saw your beautiful mansion. And I just had this gut feeling. You know, when you bake a sweet cherry pie, and you just know it's going to make your belly all warm and fuzzy inside when you take that first bite? Well, I had that feeling to look down this alley next to your mansion. And look, here you are.
I have no desire to linger here in these damp clothes. The holy water is not a real thing that harms vampires, you know. Why don't you come inside my house and I'll make us a nice cup of tea?
That'd be the best thing to ever happen to me. Thank you so much. Oh my God, be cool. Don't overdo it. Just be nice to him, then convince him to turn you. You got this.
English breakfast, chamomile, or green tea?
Do you have Coke?
That diluted sugary abomination?
I guess.
No, that substance shall never ever be brought into my household. I shall bring you water instead.
Sounds great.
Now, what is it you wanted me to answer, love? I will answer with all honesty as long as the question is appropriate.
Well, what year were you born in and where? I would guess England due to your proper vocabulary and manner of speaking.
Do not mock me, child.
The question?
Right. I was born in London in 1798 to Lord Edward Atticus Charles Montgomery Adams II.
Wow, there's an Eddie Sr.? That's weird.
Actually, I am the third, so I am twice the junior of the first Edward Atticus Charles Montgomery Adams.
I don't actually care. Tell me something that won't bore me.
Did your mother teach you any manners?
Well, sorry, love, but me mommy's a drunk.
You are a pain in my arse.
Arse.
I must ask you to leave. Vulgarity is no substitute for wit, dumbass, and you are not worth my time.
Wait, please, I'm sorry. I promise I'll be good. I still really want to be your friend.
Why would you ever want me as a friend?
Well, for starters, you're the oldest person I've ever met.
That's not a very good reason.
And you're a vampire.
But I'm a monster.
No, you're unique.
I live in a rundown mansion hiding from the beauty and light of the world. You know that when I stepped outside tonight, it was the first time in 15 years for me to ever step outside?
So you can start over, and I can be your first friend.
Well, I did have one friend, my maid Guadalupe, but she quit yesterday.
I'll be your maid?
Slow down, darling. What about your family?
They barely even know I exist.
Well, I don't know you exist either, so don't be too hard on your relatives.
My mom doesn't even know who Edward Cullen is, and my dad is so Team Jacob. Like, seriously, Dad, what's wrong with you? Can you believe it?
Edward Cullen? Team Jacob? Who are these people?
Twilight, duh. Where have you been living? Under a rock?
Well, I haven't left my house in 15 years, so...
Well, you couldn't have picked a more boring vampire now, could you? You just had to find this loser as your first vampire, didn't you?
You know I can hear your crude commentary.
Do I look like I care?
Stop being such a brat! I invited you into my home, and here you are mocking me before my very eyes. Well, I guess us meeting is a terrible waste of my time, and I must ask you to leave, for the clock ticks every second, and I would be sore displeased to spend another second of my eternity in the presence of such trash. You wanted to hear my story, but I guess you are too unintelligent to understand a creature with any depth such as I. You may show yourself out.
Wait, please. I'm sorry. I promise I'll listen. And after I'm done listening, then you can turn me into a vampire.
I refuse to turn you into a blood-sucking beast such as myself. Everyone I touch dies, and you will not be next.
Don't you want to taste my thick, creamy blood?
Everyone I bite eventually leaves me. You know why I went outside tonight of all nights? Well, it was because Guadalupe was my main food source, and she just left, like everyone else for which my heart beats its sad, lonely tune.
What does that mean?
Do I have to spell it out to you? Everyone I love dies.
My offer still remains. I won't tell anyone if you just take one small bite.
Why do you tempt me so? I've already said no, so why keep bothering me about it?
Because I hate my life as a human. I have no friends, and my family, as I already mentioned, does not appreciate Twilight. I mean, really, am I seriously even related to these people?
Well, I don't know what Twilight is, as I've already said.
How come you can't turn me? Then you could always have someone by your side. A friend, a companion, someone to love who will never die.
Well, I suppose I could consider it.
Yes or no?
Well...